devil's advocate here. So I figured since I'm not at home. I'm not at home. I got to try to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go back to one of my old school methods of making videos. So I want to talk about a little bit of what we all kind of knew what was going to happen. And now it's unfolding before our eyes. And anybody who knows anything about diseases and viruses will be able to see this coming from a mile away. So there's multiple sources on this, but I decided to use the New York Crimes because why not? Everybody's familiar with it, right? Regardless of the bias. All right. The coronavirus is mutating. What does it mean for us? Officials in Britain and South Africa claim new variants are more easily transmitted. There's a lot more to the story, scientists say. You don't say. Just as vaccines begin to offer hope for a path out of the pandemic, officials in Britain this past weekend sounded an urgent alarm about what they call a highly contagious new variant of coronavirus is circulating in England. Citing rapid spread of the viruses throughout London and surrounding areas, Prime Minister Boris Johnson imposed the country's most stringent lockdown since March. And that is on top of the known idea that we can all kind of agree that these lockdowns don't do anything. So, at this point, with the data that we have now collected and what we now know, that these lockdowns don't improve anything. They don't help anything. And when the prime minister still imposes one anyways, regardless of the information and regardless of the science, you know damn well that it has absolutely nothing to do with the damn science. But let's continue. When the virus changes its method of attack, we must change our method of defense, he said. You didn't change your method of defense. You fucking locked everything down again, you dumbass. Use the same damn dumbass tactic for a new variation of the virus, which is not going to do anything but give you more of the same. Poor results. Train stations in London filled with crowds of people scrambling to leave the city as restrictions went into effect. On Sunday, European countries began closing their borders to travelers from the United Kingdom, hoping to shut out the new iteration of the pathogen, which, again, not going to happen. In South Africa, a similar version of the virus has emerged, sharing one of the mutations seen in the Britain variant, according to scientists who detected it. The virus has been found in up to 90% of the samples whose genetic sequences have been analyzed in South Africa since November. Scientists are worried about these variants, but not surprised by them. Of course not, because viruses mutate. That's all they do. Researchers have reported thousands of tiny modifications in the genetic material of the coronavirus as it hopscotches across the world. Some variants become more common in populations simply by luck, not because the changes somehow supercharge the virus. But as it becomes more difficult for the pathogen to survive, because of vaccinations and growing immunity in the human population, researchers expect the virus to gain useful mutations, enable it to spread more easily, or to escape detection by the immune system. Escape detection by the immune system. You know what? I don't like the way that sounds. That sounds like horseshit to me. If it's escaping detection by the immune system, you know what? Let me think for a second. Let me think. I have to do some research on that because I can't think of a virus that gets into the body and the body doesn't know that it's there. I mean, of course, you got your incubation periods, but this sounds like that sounds like a fear-mongering line to me. It's a real warning that we need to pay closer attention, said Jesse Bloom, an evolutionary biologist at the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center in Seattle. Shut up. Certainly, these mutations are going to spread, and definitely the scientific community. We need to monitor these mutations, and we need to characterize which ones have effects. The British variant has about 20 mutations, including several that affect how the virus locks onto human cells and infected them. The mutations may allow the variant to replicate and transmit more efficiently. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. But, long story short, we already knew this was going to happen, right? Because what did they tell you at first? 2 weeks lockdown, just to keep from, just to stifle the curve and keep from flooding the hospitals, right? And then there's not going to be no back to normal. It's going to be a new normal. We can't open anything until we get a vaccine. Donald Trump says, bet, here's your damn vaccine. And then now, right as vaccines are starting to hit the market and become FDA approved, now they're going to be like, oh, we have this new frightening variations coming out. The same thing happens with the damn flu. People go out and get their flu vaccinations every single year. There are, I don't know exactly how many, but I know there are over 50 different strands of the flu. But when you go get your flu vaccine, you're only getting a vaccination for one or two different strands of the more than 50 out there, 50 or more out there. So you're not even really protected by a vaccine then from the flu, which is why we still have millions of people die from the flu every year. So this is nothing but more fear mongering. This is more pushing back that goalpost. They just keep pushing it back and keep pushing it back. And I'm just glad that, America has some type of different setup where states have more control over what they do. Because I guarantee if this entire country was run by like one regime, like just by the president, we'd be looking like a lot of these other countries right now, where everything is shutting down. This is more trying to press onto that that great reset. This is the push towards the great reset. They're gonna keep pushing back the goalposts, keep shutting things down, and then blammo, everything is dead, dead or on life support. And then the government is going to come swoop in with this helping hand and say, we can bail you out of this. We can help you recover, and we can help you reestablish some type of normalcy in your existence. All you have to do is X, Y, and Z. And then people are going to fall for it. But that's all I got. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. Keep your eyes peeled out there, because I just hope that stuff, I'm looking at it. It's mainly in the UK now. And then I bet this is how I caught what was going to happen here initially before it even came here. I was looking at what the rest of the country was doing, the rest of the world was doing. I'm like, oh God, it's on its way here. So just don't be surprised if, we get these new vaccines rolling out, and then you're going to get a combination of adverse reactions of vaccines and new virus strands floating around. And then they're going to try to use that to like fuck everything up again. But if Trump stays in office, it won't happen. He won't let it happen. If Biden gets in office, he's going to warp speed. There's going to be another Operation Warp Speed. It's going to be Operation Warp Speed 2.0, Biden's version on getting this country locked the fuck down again. So keep that in mind. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. And as always, take care of yourself, stay smart, use your brain to think. Peace.